If you ever get the chance to see a B-2 Spirit bomber in the sky, you might not believe what you are looking at. It does not look like a normal airplane. It has no long body, it has no tail. It is just a massive dark wing, shaped like a boomerang, gliding silently through the air. This machine is one of the most advanced and secret aircraft ever built. It is designed to do something that sounds like it comes from a science fiction story, to be almost completely invisible to enemy defenses. This is not magic but a clever use of science and engineering that has been refined over many decades. It is a flying machine built to go where others cannot. This strange-looking bomber is officially called the Northrop Grumman B-2 Spirit. For most people it is simply known as the stealth bomber. The stealth part is the most important thing about it. While most military airplanes are built to be fast or carry a lot of weapons, the B-2 was built with one main goal in mind: to be undetectable. The project to create it was one of the United States military's most expensive and classified secrets for years. The public did not even know for sure that it existed until the late 1980s. The entire point was to create a bomber that could fly deep into enemy territory without setting off any alarms. The story of the B-2 begins during the Cold War. The United States and the Soviet Union were locked in a tense standoff. Both sides had powerful air defense systems with advanced radar that could spot incoming bombers from hundreds of miles away. America needed a way to get past these defenses if a conflict ever broke out. The solution was to create an aircraft that radar simply could not see. This required a completely new way of thinking about how aeroplanes are designed. Instead of just focusing on speed and altitude, the engineers had to focus on how to trick the electronic eyes that were constantly watching the skies for threats. So, the B-2 Spirit is much more than just a bomber. It is a symbol of technological power. It represents a huge leap in aviation design, combining strange looks with incredible capabilities. Each one of these aircraft is incredibly expensive, costing more than $2 billion to build and maintain. This makes it the most expensive aircraft ever created. The reason for this high cost is the incredible amount of research and advanced materials that go into making this flying wing a ghost to its enemies. It is a specialized tool for a very specific and very important job in modern warfare. So how do you make a giant 20-ton airplane invisible? The answer is a technology called stealth. This does not mean it is literally invisible to your eyes. If it flies overhead, you can still see it. Stealth technology is designed to make an aircraft invisible to radar. Radar works by sending out radio waves. When these waves hit an object like an airplane, they bounce back to a receiver. The receiver can then figure out where the object is, how fast it is going, and what direction it is heading in. It is like shouting in a big, empty room and listening for the echo to find out where the walls are. To defeat radar, a stealth aircraft has to do two things very well. First, it has to avoid bouncing those radio waves back to the receiver. Think of it like a wall covered in soft foam. If you shout at it, the foam will absorb the sound, and you will not hear much of an echo. A stealth aircraft is made of special materials that do something similar with radio waves. These are called radar-absorbent materials. They are a kind of special paint or skin that covers the entire aircraft. When radar waves hit this material, they are converted into a tiny amount of heat instead of bouncing back. The second trick is to change the shape of the airplane. Normal airplanes are full of flat surfaces and sharp right angles, especially on the tail and the engines. These shapes are perfect for bouncing radar signals directly back to the source, making the aircraft show up as a bright blip on a radar screen. A stealth aircraft, on the other hand, is designed with very specific angles and smooth, curved surfaces. The idea is that any radar waves that are not absorbed by the special skin will be bounced away in a different direction, far away from the radar receiver. It is like trying to catch a reflection from a strangely shaped mirror. This combination of special materials and a unique shape is what gives the B-2 its stealth capability. It dramatically reduces what is known as the aircraft's radar cross-section, which is the technical term for how big it appears on a radar screen. A large bomber might normally have a radar cross-section the size of a lorry. The B-2, however, is said to have a radar cross-section about the size of a large bird or even a big insect. This makes it incredibly difficult for enemy air defense systems to detect, track, and target it before it has completed its mission. The most noticeable thing about the B-2 Spirit is its shape. It is a flying wing, which means it has no separate body or tail fin like a traditional airplane. This design is not new. Engineers have experimented with flying wings since the early days of aviation. However, for the B-2, this shape is absolutely critical for its stealth mission. Every single line and curve on the aircraft has been carefully calculated to scatter radar waves. There are no vertical surfaces like a tail that would act like a billboard for incoming radar signals, reflecting them straight back to the enemy's detectors. The smooth, flowing shape ensures that energy is deflected away. The engines are another potential weak spot for a stealth aircraft. The hot exhaust gases and spinning fan blades inside a jet engine can be easily detected by both radar and heat-seeking sensors. The B-2's designers had to find a clever way to hide them. The four powerful engines are buried deep inside the thick wing. The engine air intakes are located on top of the aircraft, not below, making them hard to see from the ground. The exhaust nozzles are also on the top surface and are shaped to cool the hot gases quickly, mixing them with cold air to reduce the airplane's heat signature for any infrared sensors looking for it. Even the smallest details on the B-2 are designed with stealth in mind. The panels on the aircraft's skin fit together perfectly with saw-toothed edges, which helps to break up and scatter radar waves that hit the seams. The cockpit windows have a thin layer of gold embedded in them, which is not for looks but to stop radar waves from getting inside and bouncing off the equipment and pilots' helmets. Every screw, every hatch, and every antenna is designed to either be hidden or shaped in a way that minimizes its reflection. Maintaining this precise surface is incredibly difficult, and is a major reason why the B-2 is so expensive to operate. This unique design does come with a cost though. Flying wing aircraft are naturally unstable. Without a tail to keep it steady, a flying wing would be almost impossible for a human pilot to control. The B-2 solves this problem with a sophisticated computer system. It is called a fly-by-wire system, and it makes thousands of tiny adjustments to the control surfaces on the wing every second to keep the aircraft flying smoothly. The pilot gives a command, and the computer figures out the best way to execute it. In a way, the computer is constantly flying the plane, and the pilot is just telling it where to go. The B-2 Spirit is more than just an engineering marvel. It is a critical tool for American foreign policy and national security. Its primary role is to be a long-range strategic bomber. This means it can take off from its home base in the United States, fly to any location on the planet, drop its weapons with incredible precision, and return home without needing to land anywhere in between. This global reach is made possible by its ability to be refueled in mid-air. This allows it to stay airborne for missions that can last for more than 30 hours, crossing oceans and continents in a single flight. What makes the B-2 so valuable is its ability to operate on the very first night of a conflict. It is designed to be the tip of the spear, sent in to destroy the most important and heavily defended targets an enemy has. These could be things like command and control bunkers, advanced air defense sites, or communications hubs. By taking out these key targets right at the start, the B-2 can effectively cripple an enemy's ability to fight back. This paves the way for other, less stealthy aircraft to operate more safely in the area, significantly reducing the risk to other pilots and planes. The B-2 can carry a massive payload of weapons, up to 40,000 pounds. This can include a wide variety of munitions, from conventional bombs to powerful bunker-buster bombs designed to penetrate deep underground targets. It can also carry nuclear weapons, making it a key part of America's nuclear deterrent. The fact that an undetectable bomber could appear anywhere in the world at any time is a powerful message to potential adversaries. It is a strategic tool that is meant to prevent wars from starting, simply by existing and being ready to act if needed. Even though the B-2 was designed during the Cold War, it remains incredibly important today. The world is still a dangerous place, and the ability to project power and hold any target at risk without being detected is a unique capability that no other country possesses in the same way. The fleet of just 20 B-2s is a small but vital part of the United States Air Force. They represent a guarantee that no matter how strong an enemy's defenses are, the United States has a way to get through. The B-2 Spirit is the ultimate insurance policy, a silent guardian ensuring that America can protect its interests anywhere on the globe.